Hello and welcome to a new episode on Sadhana World Foundation. As you know, we care about crafting young lives. We bring stories and experiences from our day-to-day lives and connect them with what's written in the ancient texts. We believe that there is a tremendous amount of connection between what we see and feel and think every day and what our ancient texts have talked about. And the moment this connection is established well in our minds, we are able to learn and adapt these in our day to day lives to become stronger and better human beings. Today's episode is about something which I observed yesterday in a long flight from Kolkata to Bengaluru. I found a young family of three. The father and the mother and the son were traveling together. They visited next to each other. However, throughout that long flight, all three of them were deeply engrossed in their own devices that they were carrying. Each one of them had an iPad or an equivalent in their hands, and they were consuming the content which was going on that device. The little child was naturally getting excited while watching that content. That drew my attention to what was going on, and I could notice this. And I started thinking about the amount of content which all of us are consuming on a daily basis. I started thinking about the condition of our sense organs. All of us have studied about the five sense organs in our childhood. We have probably been told how to take care of these five sense organs. I looked at some of the ancient texts, and what I found was beautiful. I think all of us know about it, however, we have probably forgotten and not really practicing them. Firstly, I found a concept of restraint. In various ancient texts, whether it is about the Greek or our Hindu mythology or Buddhism or Islamic or Christian spiritual texts, all of these talk about the concept of restraint. That means avoiding indulgence. Don't indulge in too much of anything in life. There are five organs fixed on our body which connects us with the external world. We see, we hear, we smell, we taste, and we touch to get an idea of what's happening around us. Based on all these five devices or five tools tell us, our mind or our brain processes those and helps us in responding to what's happening. If we hear good music, we respond with joy. If we smell something bad, we respond with a feeling which communicates bad smell, and so on and so forth. So these five sense organs are extremely important for us, isn't it? Are we taking good care of this? So firstly, the texts are talking about restraining ourselves from indulgence. We like one video, we watch the next. We like the next, we watch the third one. We don't like the third one, we want to see the fourth one. We don't like the fourth one, we want to see the fifth one. And it keeps on and on and on. What happens? All that content I am seeing, I am hearing, all of that is getting processed. And our mind is continuously working. Mind is continuously buzzing. When does it get time to rest? Any equipment that we have, whether it's a mobile phone or it's a hammer or it's a kitchen equipment or a pen or a laptop, all of it needs some time to wind down and take rest. When we go to take rest, our mind is continuously buzzing. We don't get good sleep, isn't it? The second concept that I could find in various ancient texts was the concept of moderation. It recognizes the fact that the sense organs need to work. We need to consume information. We need to consume food. We need to hear sounds. We need to touch other things and feel what they are. We need to see what's happening around us. All these organs need to work, but they need to work in moderation. That's the point. Aristotle and Hippocrates have talked about it in the form of balance and harmony. In Hinduism, Taittiriya Upanishad and our Ayurvedic texts have spoken about the concept of moderation, and various other forms. In Chinese medicine, they talk about the flow of vital energy called qi. All of these speak about being conscious of the amount of time that we use our sense organs for. So this is the second one. Then the third one is a concept of cleanliness. In chapter number 16, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Lord Sri Krishna describes 26 noble qualities or practices to human civilization. One of them is called Saucham, which is cleanliness, which talks about staying clean. By staying clean, probably one is talking about keeping these 5 sense organs, which are like the gateway of human body with the external world, clean. Whether by techniques of pranayama or fasting, meditation, there are various techniques, various ancient texts are talked about. Doesn't matter what one follows. But the point is that we need to give some time for this equipment to rest and these equipment to get cleansed. So that's the third one. And finally, the fourth concept that I could see is about mindfulness, is about silence, is about calmness, is about focus. So it's about staying mindful, staying silent, and figuring out what's happening around us. Reflecting for some time. We don't find time to stay silent. We are all the time busy. The number of times we pick up our phone during any day is given in our smartphones. Just look at that number. You'll be amazed how distracted we are. We are far away from the mindfulness techniques that various ancient texts talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear young children, thank you for watching this and thinking about the concept of cleanliness, is the concept of mindfulness, the concept of moderation and restraint. We have tremendous potential in us. We can unleash that potential only when we use our sense organs in moderation. Our schools, colleges, workplaces, factories, the environment all around us need to really get inspired by the ancient texts that have been left for us and use them while living in this technologically advanced world. I look forward to our future conversations.